Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo November 8, 2022. You can be satisfied with your efforts to support or nurture others, or even yourself. The moon spends much of the day in your home and family sector, aligning with your ruler, Jupiter. Later today, you're not as inclined to play it safe. Still, communications can too easily go awry, and there can be something emerging from your past that you'd prefer stay buried. Alternatively, your mind can restlessly scan the past for answers, and settling yourself can be challenging. Keep in mind that minor disruptions or doubts can ultimately lead you to bigger and better things. Your planetary ruler, our great benefic, Jupiter, is making sure he gives his complete and total attention to each area of your life as he spins around the sun. On his retrograde dance, he is once again venturing into your solar fourth house of domesticity, just where he'd been for the first 5 months of the year. If you've been making changes with your partner or spouse in regard to home improvements, family planning, or real estate, these situations may be given a chance for review and to revise. Even if things are a bit slow at the moment, you can use this time to really dig deep into what makes the most sense for you. Go all in with your passion projects. Now that the moon is burning in Aries, you may feel more oriented to chasing after your pleasure through your line of work. Your happiness will become your main priority in your work life, so you should invest yourself in your passion projects and creative endeavors. However, you will need to keep up with whatever you put into motion once you have started. Your momentum may burn feverishly, which could lead to burnout if you are not mindful of how you exert yourself during this lunation. While time is on your side as you wait for things to start coming together on the income front, the approach of next week's eclipsing full moon in your work sector makes it even more important to hold back. The first total lunar eclipse in your work sector since 2004 will have an impact on the final weeks and months of this professional year, something you are poised to take advantage of financially. You have so much to be grateful for. There are lots of things that are going well in your life right now. There is nothing more important than your health, however. Don't let yourself be reminded of this through illness or any kind of accident due to unconscious behavior. Drink plenty of water to keep your joints well lubricated and stay away from saturated fats, which include whole milk, cheese, butter, and cream. Use olive oil rather than butter whenever possible. Today is a good opportunity for setting new goals, and organizing yourself is at hand. You can expect your brain to be in sharp shape, and if there has been anything that's confused you recently, pull it out and have a second look. You may find that everything makes sense today. A new year will be starting soon, so why not make the most of the day's vibrations by grabbing some paper and a pen and list the things you really want to achieve. While the moon's return to a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart will put it here for the majority of the weekend, this was always going to be more than just an ordinary monthly visit. This first visit since Jupiter retrograde back out last week is a chance to get a feel for the impact this has had, but also to connect with the planets that are keeping his seat warm until he returns next month. With a defining week on the job front next week, this is a chance to take time out over the weekend to play and to recharge your batteries. Just 8 days after Jupiter retrograde back out of your romantic sector, and as he is already slowing down ahead of a direct turn that will see him make a U-turn and come back, the moon returns. While this is an ordinary monthly visit, over the coming days the moon will connect with the planets still here while creating a romantically charged weekend. Our eyes in the sky. The day's powerful influences tell us to slow down. It isn't just a race right now, it's a marathon for you to do and soak in the healing. The Scorpio sun isn't playing. It requires you to make your mental health a top priority. As the Scorpio sun aligns with the south node of destiny, there is an interplay of power and authority that just doesn't seem to let up. Bosses and colleagues could even try some moves on you that leave you shaking your head in disbelief. People in relationships are going to have to find ways to compromise when Venus and Uranus oppose each other. You can't take on everything yourself. Giving up your peace for the sake of someone else isn't going to remedy any situation. Sweeping things under the rug never served the greater purpose, but with Venus wanting to break away from the drama and noise, it could be a temptation for many. As you rest your head on your pillow, Mercury and the South Node of Destiny in Scorpio will blast open your psychic ability and empathic nature. This is a great time to connect with the other side, but it will be important that you set some emotional and energetic boundaries. Another helpful minor connection between Mercury and Chiron can provide some cosmic healing, allowing you to shake off any hurt from the past. This can help you quash any issues that have been weighing you down in the romance department. This energy is also perfect for addressing your financial situation. If you're due for a raise, now might be a good time to request one. The cosmic weather is quiet today until mid-afternoon, when the Aries moon aligns with Chiron, making us agitated. Present situations trigger a reminder of long-buried insecurities, causing us to shadowbox against a phantom enemy. The irony is that this enemy is ourselves. We are the ones who are subtly replaying past events and reinforcing our own trauma. Naturally, it is easier to blame an outside party for our troubles. Yet, the only way to face this foe now is through acceptance and forgiveness. We must stand toe-to-toe with our psychic aggressor and integrate it, not denounce it through avoidance or passive-aggressive behavior. Healing can only come through reconciliation. Shortly following this, Venus opposes Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprise events in love and money. Uranus is the arbiter of change, but Venus in Scorpio prefers to maintain control. Although our relationships tend to be paths toward evolution under Scorpionic placements, we still must wrestle with our fixations, obsessions, and jealousies. We expect others to be loyal to us, and us to them, and so when conflict arises in intimate dynamics, it can come as a shock. Even more so, Venus opposite Uranus presages sudden, unexpected circumstances. An out-of-the-ordinary, mysterious stranger may suddenly enter the scene, throwing our predictable life into upheaval. We may realize we need more out of a current relationship, making requests of our partner that push everyone out of their comfort zone. We may even decide we don't want to be partnered at all, desirous of personal freedom. The best way to handle this transit is to be flexible. This is not necessarily an influence of breakups, although it can be one of testing the limits and toying with the idea of illicit behavior. Infidelity would not be tolerated now and could lead to a breakdown of trust and subsequent parting of ways. On the money front, be mindful that this is an occasion for both windfalls and sudden losses. Don't gamble with anything you can't afford to lose.